Hello, goddess, and welcome to this week's Twin Flame Tuesday. For those who may be new to my channel, just happened upon this video, my name is Rochelle Richard, and here at Empowerment Experiences, we look for and we find our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey. And that's where it really truly began. And then I discovered myself as a self-love empowerment coach to be on a twin flame journey, a concept that I actually didn't used to believe in. And now here we are. And healing twin flames is literally something that came out of my own healing twin flames journey. And well, here we are on this healing twin flames with empowerment experiences, self-love empowerment journey together. Oh, quite a mouthful, but you know what? Isn't this journey, isn't this life, isn't this twin flame experience quite a mouthful? So complex, multifaceted, many layered, and it feels as though it never ends. A labyrinth of discovery, of expansion. That's where we are. That's why you may find that you're in a place where you really actually do feel detached from your divine masculine. Where you almost are in a place where you're getting so focused on what you're creating and where you are and what's happening in your life that you're almost in a place where you kind of don't want to be interrupted. That's you in that space of loving yourself, goddess. That's you in that space of honoring yourself and honoring the abundance that's coming into your life. The abundance that you've been asking for and pleading for, and you've finally been letting go and getting out of your own way. Remember, you've stepped into the clearing, the sunshine, bringing brighter days. You've let go of so much that has been holding you back and keeping these storm clouds above you. And over this connection, it's never that you don't love your divine masculine. It's that you're working on loving yourself more. And you really aren't looking for any kind of interruption in your momentum that you're building right now. And that's good, because it shows that you are on that right track, goddess. You as a divine feminine rising into her power, stepping into her mission, because this is what this is going on here. You are reaching a space where nothing is going to knock you off of your bicycle, so to speak. Nothing is going to knock you off of where you need to be in your life, where you will continue to be like, oh no, I got to take care of this part for me first. You're not going to be willing to allow others to disrespect your boundaries, because you're no longer allowing yourself to disrespect your boundaries. And this is why it's so important to release that 3D perception of your divine masculine, because that's old him or old divine masculine. I know it's, non-gender specific, but for me it's a him. That's why obviously make replacements is necessary, right? But that's old him, just as it's old you. It's old you, goddess. Let it go. You keep focusing forward on where you are right now, and this is where the counterparts are. Divine masculine over there working on his shit. Let him. Don't go reaching out. Don't be the one to throw that tree branch into your own wheel spoke. Don't do that. Don't self-sabotage, goddess. Stay alert. Stay aware. Right? Keep tuning into what feels good inside of you. And allow yourself to go into that space. Like I've said, I've recently just cut out so much toxicity, so much that was weighing me down, and I didn't even realize how much it was distracting, was interrupting the momentum I had been building in my twin flame mission, my coaching business here, and what I'm here to do. I love, oh my gosh, for those of you who take the time to reply to the emails, to comment on my videos, to let me know what an impact my messages that I bring for all of us have in your experience, in your journey. You're why I keep going. Each and every one of you are why I keep going, because you can believe my ego, hello, she want to be sabotaging this. She'll be like, oh, nobody cares. You need to stop. You don't need to make videos this week. Nobody's watching. It's so silly. But I know that's also not true, what my mind is telling me. But that's the thing about being aware, being discerning, recognizing the nonsense going on in your own head and not letting that part of you win. Keep staying focused on what you're creating, staying in that momentum of what feels good. Anytime any fear wants to creep in and try to go, oh, but what if you just go, fish? What can I focus on that feels good? That's all you're being asked to do, Goddess, is focus on what feels good. Don't attract into your experience things you don't want to happen, all because of that fear factor. All because of that fear factor. We're letting go of all of that heavy energy. We're done. We're done. That's why the momentum is building. Because again, you've let so much go. Especially the fear of losing your counterpart. When you let go of that, when you want to talk about a massive detachment step, when you let go of the fear of losing your divine masculine, knowing that you never can. That's the difference between attachment and connection. So, continue to find your brave, to keep moving forward in this momentum. Continue to, again, keep surrendering, keep trusting, keep allowing for this forward movement to happen. Because remember, it's been a couple months, but we were talking about the boomerang effect, where each counterpart has to go out and sow their royal oats. I hear that kind of thing from like the movies and stuff, right? You each have to go out and heal these major wounds that would be perpetuated within the connection and would prevent that union from taking place within each of you and with each other. Because that ego shit would be in the way all the time. All right, so keep in this space of being courageous, recognizing that you are courageous, that you do have the courage to keep going, even though you do not even remotely, even in the slightest teensy weensy bit, have all the information. Because you're not supposed to, Goddess. You'll know what you need to know when you need to know it, and not a moment before you need to know it. Oh, even my ego is like, huh, I get it. I do. I truly feel you in this, Goddess. That's why we say, alrighty then, okay, what can I focus on? Well, let's continue forward with this message here, shall we? What else? What else for the Divine Feminine in regards to where we are? Look, there's a whole not a lot of coming. Oh, there we go. Ooh. And since that one flipped up, well, this is what it is. Envisioning a new reality. And now I know it can be somewhat challenging to envision a bigger picture right now. I know this. Even I find that with what's going on. And oh my goodness, it's very challenging to envision a bigger picture, a world picture kind of vision. Because we are in such a space of the great unknown. Truly. Then envision small. This is why it's important that if you are unable to visualize what you desire your life to feel like, to be like, to look like. If you're unable to see a big picture, allow yourself to feel good about that big picture vision, because how is it going to happen? Because this is what's going on in the world, right? There's all these doubts that can come into play, all these blocks. Well, how do you circumvent those? By focusing only on how you desire to feel. When it comes to union, how do you desire to feel, Goddess? When it comes to your life as a whole, how do you desire to feel, Goddess? This is why it's coming up, to keep trusting, finding that brave, to trust, following the path that feels the best. It doesn't have to make sense, not even to you, but certainly not to anybody else, because it's not their life that you're living, it's yours. It's not their vision that you've been given, it's yours. So you're being asked to find your brave, continue finding your brave, to follow this unknown path where you're being called, where yes, you're getting excited, momentum's building, things are happening in your life and surprising things. Continue to allow that to happen, to unfold. Because this is what it is to have let go of these past lives, to have liberated yourself, to no longer be in that fear space. Remember, you have released so much karma lately. There's been such a massive shift that now your powers, your gifts are going to be even more amplified, which is why it is so much more important for you to be so aware and thus mindful of how you feel. Because that is your point of attraction, Goddess. Be working on that. What is your energetic state of being? That's what you've got to be working on. Oof. And this card, there's been so much of this coming up lately. Leadership, really recognizing what makes a leader. I know for me in my life, being surrounded by those who think they have leadership amenities, yet haven't actually stepped up and into being a leader. It's mind-blowing, right? And you see, the thing of it is we have to find the courage to lead in each our own lives, to be the example for ourselves, to keep our own selves accountable. And as a leader, you're the first one there and the last one to leave, and you are fully present all the way in between. It's amazing how much of the entitlement energy, which is correlated to narcissism, very, very much to the narcissism wound, right? To narcissism template that we have. Yeah. So you've got to be the one to acknowledge for yourself and keep yourself accountable. Keep doing that in order to maintain this forward momentum. And that's the thing, as part of that accountability is going to be not to beat yourself up, Goddess. I just feel called. I feel so called right now to remind you of that, to remind us of that, right? Because otherwise, if we fall backwards, if we stop, right, to beat ourselves up, we are the ones, as we do, we are the ones that are going to stop the momentum that we've been building up. So stay the fuck out of your own way, okay? Allow the universe to continue to carry you forward as you just, pick which direction you're going. I want to choose that. That's the path. Oh, that's the path today. Let me turn there. Let me turn there. Let me hang out here because this feels good for a little bit. Right? Pay attention to how you feel. This is going to be so vital. Period. I was going to say moving forward, but it always has been. Now we're just conscious of it. Now we can be intentional with it, right? We've had that intentional card this week on Sunday. Anything else to be said from the unicorn oracles? Oh, there we are. There we go. There it is. There it is. Well, there it is. This is, again, what this is about, loving yourself. Remember, you are your first true love because you are the one and only that you could ever truly know, and the only one who could ever truly fully know yourself. Truly, goddess. That's what this card represents, is that self-love. And the more you allow for the amazing to be flowing into your life, the more you just are being okay with where you are on your twin flame journey and letting him be where he is, and you're not so obsessed anymore. You're busy doing you, boo. Because you recognize it's your adventure. It's time for your adventure, goddess. And you know this now. More and more. You've been seeing this. Well, guess what? Now it's time to embody that. Time to fully step into that knowing that this is your adventure. And damn it, you are not going to put your life on hold in any way, shape, or form for anybody else. When opportunity knocks, you better listen. At least invite it in and hear what it has to say. And that means to sit down, be quiet, and listen. Put your ego in check. There's a whole lot of the entitlement energy that is disallowing such things. So it's time to say, well, what is behind this door? I'm willing to explore. Because this is an adventure, goddess. So, love yourself enough to allow yourself to experience all that you have come to experience in this lifetime, in this realm. Boom. Boom. With that, work your light, shall we, goddess? Shall we find out how, again, on this gaining momentum journey we are on of really stepping into your twin flame mission, your soul purpose, and that really, again, goddess, the ego tends to very much overthink things. By soul purpose, what if I were to tell you that really your soul purpose is simply to follow the path that feels the best? Follow the path that lights you up. That's your soul purpose. Whatever that is, do that. And by you doing that, you lead by example. You illuminate the path for others to follow and do the same in their lives. So that's it. Goddess, don't overthink it. Just follow the path that feels the best. Keep going and keep staying out of your own way, because you're doing great. You're doing great. Look, play, have fun, celebrate. All right? Keep the momentum going. Don't get all worked up and put the parking brake on, don't be clenching up hoses. The flow here. Don't be pinching off the flow and getting all worried, right? All right, there we go. And we have Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. I am feeling called to actually read that for us. It's the very last card in this deck. Mintakans are a soul group who originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. They were the first star beings to travel to Earth and believed to be the original lightworkers. The Mintakans' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, Mintakans feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They are here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Many Mintakans have an odd longing for home and struggle with feeling like they don't belong. It is thought that this is due to their home planet no longer being in existence. If you pulled this card, it could mean that you are a Mintakan or are longing for a sense of belonging And root chakra healing is necessary for you to feel secure and safe. Perhaps you feel this longing to find home without knowing where that is. Perhaps you've been moving around a lot and yearned for a place on earth to call your own. If so, you are being called to connect with Mother Earth and create it for yourself now. To choose where you feel most at home and create it rather than waiting for the feeling of belonging to come. I know definitely for myself, my entire life, and I would always look at Orion's belt. It was such a mind-blowing when I first read that in the book. And I was like, there's something about this card. It's been a moment since I've read that in the book. But that is the thing, is we, based on how we feel, we create our world. And that's what we're being asked to do. That home is where we are. Home is where the heart is. And it's up to us to create this environment to feel in that way. So the more you further down this path, building this momentum of feeling good, of things good happening in your life, of you feeling detached and really ready to just live your life to the fullest, it is allowing yourself to create anything that you desire to be creating for whatever you are being called to create that feels like home for you. You're creating heaven on earth. You're creating home here, Goddess. For while you're here, this is home. And it's time you start hanging some pictures up, I suppose. Because you are indeed going through a rite of passage that is this entire human experience. This entire human experience, every lifetime you have lived, every time you have come through here, this temporary human journey that we have, every single one of them is a rite of passage. Every single one of them takes us into and through someplace sacred within ourselves and in this ever expanding universe. This is the journey, Goddess. That's what I'm hearing. This is the journey. And it's up to us how we make it. So again, continue to stay out of your own way, be the leader for yourself, stepping into your power, being there for yourself, acknowledging what you need. I can even see for myself, I am like way overdue for, yoga, stretching, massage, all these things. Because I have been doing for so many other people. Instead of just doing for me, my coaching, the things that just light me up. But yeah, that's the point though, is everything that we go through, we grow through. Everything that we go through is something that's going to bring us closer to ourselves, deeper into union within of that which we truly are. And with that, I am super excited to hear what the divine masculine energies have to say to us divine feminines today, because I know for myself, I am definitely one of those divine feminines that is in that place of, I'm in a place where I don't want the interruption. I know where my divine masculine is. I know he is deep in working on his stuff and sorting through his chaos, and I don't want that. I'm not interested. Nope, not interested. And quite frankly, I have so many things that I'm working on, that I'm creating, that I'm excited about, that I just really no. Because, it's only the ego that's obsessed with time. And I know where I'm being called right now, and I know it's lighting me up. And the same for you, Goddess. Really ask yourself, look at what is actually in your life. Is it lighting you up? Then follow that momentum. Follow what feels good. Because everything else will fall into place. So again, with that, and there was just 2, 4, 4, 4. We got triple 4s on here. So let's really quick before we 4. Archangels are around you. You are not alone. Clear the blocks and take inspired action for your vision. You have amazing power within you. Yeah. Stability, truthfulness, and wisdom. Really, God is just making so much progress. You have come so far on your journey. And so as for the Divine Masculine, what does he have to say for this progress that the Divine Feminine is making, and maybe where the Divine Masculine is? Wow, are we gonna have anything to say today? Oh, I was gonna say. Okay, let's see. We have, wow, again with the uncertainty card. And I really feel that this is the Divine Masculine in that place of uncertain as to what steps to take with the Divine Feminine. He doesn't have a clue. She doesn't have a clue. And this is why the Divine Feminine energy needs to be focused on what she's creating, what she's expanding into, because that is the Divine Feminine being in her leadership role in this connection. It is the rise of the feminine. That's why most twin flame connections, the feminine is the leading energy. So, whereas you've come out of, in essence, come out of this thicket of thorns and into the sunshine, the Divine Masculine is still in this space for himself. And miracles are on the way though. Just as you're experiencing miracles in your life, they're coming down the line for him too. Don't worry. His are covered. And that's why, again, why it's so important for you to be focusing on you, Goddess. For you to be focusing on you. Yeah. With that, let's see, one more angel number, do we? Is that, oh, that is 606. Let's see here. Intriguing. Focus on inside, not outside. Look inward to your light within. Don't give up. I'm here for you. Avoid life's regrets. Do not let the past define your future. Check emotional health and stability of family, unconditional love, and limitless compassion. So, again, it's allowing yourself to move past these blocks, to not get stuck when they come up, to allow for this momentum to continue down in the direction of that which you desire. No longer your momentum heading down the track towards what you don't want. And that's the key here. The clarifying factor is that there's going to be momentum going somewhere. Right? And so now, as you're finally coming out of this place, you're in this, remember, sunshine bringing better days. As you're in this place now, continuing to find your courage, keep staying in that space of finding your courage and moving forward, not looking back. Now is not the time to look backwards, Goddess. Now is the time to continue focusing forward and allowing this forward momentum toward what you are creating, no matter how small it may seem. For me, I'm focusing on my coaching, my business, and plus I've started a new collaborative movement with a soul sister of mine, We're the Abundant Bitch. Oh, go check us out on Instagram. We're about to have our pre-sale launch, pre-order launch, whatever. Our first order will go in 420. We're all excited about it. Oh my God, I'm super excited. But it's just a simple movement. I am a worthy, abundant bitch. Because you know what, Goddess? Someone's gonna think you're a bitch. Someone, somewhere along the way in your journey. It's up to you to make sure you set the record straight as to what kind of bitch you are. I am a worthy, abundant bitch. Okay. All right. Moving forward, though, that's where we are, is in this place of this forward momentum of things we're creating, Goddess, I've actually filed that paperwork with the soul sister, right? We are getting our results, our paperwork back. So with that, Goddess, that wraps up today. Keep moving forward. Keep following the path that feels the best. Keep allowing yourself to go where you've never gone before, but yet where you would like to be. The place that feels like ecstasy. With that, Goddess, links down below to serve and support you. I'll see you in the next video. Signing off, reminding you that the power is in your hands, because it has always been inside you. Namaste.